Like a few minutes later, I had my mom come out, tell me what happened, and I was in disbelief.
It was Saturday around 1 p.m. Taylor police called to Banner Street, not far from Telegraph. A 7-year-old girl stabbed, rushed to an area hospital where she died from her injuries. The suspect taken into police custody, the girl's 13-year-old sister.
When my grandma told me, I was horrified because they were like they were best friends, even though they were sisters. They would always play together. They had My Little Pony toys, and they would play with each other.
Because of the sensitive nature of the crime, investigators are not releasing a lot of information about what happened. Kids in the neighborhood told us what they know about both girls. The 7-year-old.
Once in a while, I would come over here to my grandma's, and I would see the little girl riding her bike down the street, and we would play with her. And all she wanted to do was be friends with everyone.
And her 13-year-old sister.
I've never seen her like this. I never thought she would do anything like this.
Quite simply, Aiden and Matthew in a state of shock.
They always acted nice. They never meant no harm to each other. They always had little arguments here and there like every sibling does, but otherwise they were always nice to each other.
They were always like the best sisters to each other. They were always nice.
Now, as far as motive goes, and if anyone else was home at the time, police just not releasing that information right now, but we do expect to hear more on Monday. Meanwhile, that 13-year-old girl is being held at the Juvenile Detention Center in Detroit. In Taylor, Camille Amiri, Fox 2 News.
Okay, so Shalom, Kwam Yasha'ala, Koholoyim La Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakahakudash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that rule well and just want to say the water to all the H.I.M and Akwaf. That's out here sincerely, keeping the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai to the best of their ability. This is Yachanan the Waf, just coming at you with another quick lesson, praying that it's edifying by the Spirit. So let me grab this quick scripture, Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? See, this is the proper understanding or the proper way to see the Lord, man, as he really is, because his name Yahweh means he exists, or the existing one. And what Christianity has been teaching the world is that he loves everything, he loves everybody, and he's just kicked back, just, enjoying just seeing his creation, and he has nothing else to do with just, what's going on in the place, But the Lord is the one that kills and makes alive. Let's get that real quick. I'll get it in 1 Samuel 2 verse 6, and we'll mention a few things on the article there. 1 Samuel 2:6, the Lord killeth and maketh alive. He bringeth down to the grave and bringeth up. The Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. So the Lord is in control of all things, man. Whatever position you see a person in, the Lord put that person there. And, he created spirits for vengeance as well. Let's get that in the Apocrypha. So now, you notice, I used to live in that city. That's my city called Taylor. They say Detroit because it's pretty much, it's outside of Detroit, but it's not actually Detroit. And it's really some, kind of like an Edomite city. So they try and, see, that's crafty counsel when they put stuff like that on the news. I notice they do that all the time. Like when they had this Oxford school shooting here, the so-called white boy shot up the damn school. They said Detroit, but that's not Detroit, that's Oxford. That's an Edomite city. That's where so-called white people live. So they say little stuff like that. And, it's really just crafty counsel, man. Matter of fact, let me get something before I go off into this real fast. Matter of fact, we'll just go back to the blue letter. 2 Corinthians 2:11. It says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of Satan's devices. And we're not ignorant of the fact that it'll be Esau doing crimes, but they'll try and make it seem as if it's still so-called black people. Because when you think of Detroit, you think of so-called blacks pretty much overall. They try and make, Detroit is it's crazy as shit here. Don't get me wrong. It's a bunch of weird ass. Jake be doing all kinds of shit, man. Jake is through in every major city. But see, when it comes to these so-called white people, they try and connect that shit to, the major city and just saying, instead of just saying Taylor, Michigan. Why would you incorporate Detroit with that? Now, I'm not sure why, from what they're saying in the story, is that this daughter, the 13-year-old, is in a juvenile center here in Detroit. I'm not sure if Taylor has a juvenile center, but shit, them the motherfuckers with all the damn The fucking cameras all over the place out there. For real. You drive through that place, man, you cameras on your ass from every angle. I'm surprised they don't have her ass on camera. You know? Zooming through a damn window, man. But anyway, yeah, this is crafty counsel of them using that like that. But let's go back to the Apocrypha real quick. And I used to live in that city, and one thing I can say, now this was way, way back. Been way, way back when I used to live there, but I always thought that it was pretty impressive that when they came out with a new law or a new ordinance or, new little statute, they would actually send you a booklet in the mail to let you know what those laws were. But they don't do that, you know what I'm saying? And you think that they would do that in all major cities anyway. We have a new bill, we have a new amendment, we have a new this or a new that. This is going to be changing in your city. You don't know that shit until Esau pull your ass over and you go to jail or something. Like, I didn't know that was illegal. You know what I'm saying? But that was one of those cities where they actually done that. It was a pretty decent ran city. But Esau is starting to catch the grunt of those curses that Jake is under, man. But let's get Ecclesiasticus 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they carry out Salakia. Let me start that back. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. So the Lord created spirits to appease his wrath, man. Now, who this punishment was for? Of course, it's on the parents. Because they've lost a daughter and they're gonna lose another one to the the justice system, and you're gonna be going back and forth to court, and that's gonna hit them pockets, man. So pretty much overall, that is a family ruined, and the Lord done that through judgment. Now, whatever the little girl may have done in her past life, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because there's a such thing as reincarnation, and I'm almost certain that these are Edomites. They wouldn't have these little Edomite boys on TV, And this is not a color thing, you know what I'm saying? But, just the spirit of this thing and knowing the area, I'm pretty much certain that these are Edomites. Unless we see something different, I'm just going to, me speaking as a man, those are Edomites, which will be so-called white people. That's the biblical name for them, right? But the Lord created spirits for vengeance to appease his wrath when he's pissed, man. Fire and hail and famine and death, all of these were created for vengeance. It was just a matter of fact. No, not the same city. That's not the same city, but it's another little Edomite city where a few people got killed in car accident. Matter of fact, they hit. I'm assuming they hit the police car. Police car hit them, but 2 people ended up getting deleted, and the 2 officers is in critical condition. So they might actually fall under the hold of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's judgment, man. So we just never know, right? Okay, so it says, teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents, and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is, and when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. So those spirits weren't like, well, Lord, she's 7 years old. No, they got their orders to put, that spirit got on the older sister to knock her ass off, man. And seeing a lot of those situations, I was going into this earlier. Being slow to anger goes a long ways in this kingdom, man. You have to have that. And that's something that, I'm constantly working on myself. We need to be getting better with things just, pushing your buttons, man. Don't let nobody be able to just push your damn buttons. And see, a lot of the times there's no discipline in these homes. And more than likely, that 13-year-old, she probably had the maybe a lot thrown on her plate, so to speak, because a lot of the children are actually raising the children. The parents don't really raise these children like that. Once these children get of age, which is 13 is a young lady, and once they get of age, you know what I'm saying, so to speak, if there's younger siblings, that older sibling is responsible for the rest of them kids, man, overall in America. That's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. The parents, sometimes they'll have to go to work and leave. Matter of fact, I work with an Edomite that shit, I'm thinking her daughter, her daughter may be around the same age, but she's at home because this lady, she's single and got 5 kids. So one of her daughters is at the house raising, you know what I'm saying? The other 4 kids, you know what I'm saying? And she be telling me little stuff. I'm like, well, but she gotta work. She gotta work. That particular city, they won't give her any assistance or any of that shit, you know what I'm saying? So she gotta go to work, and of course, that daughter gotta pick up some slack in the home. It's just what it is, man. I mean, and that's pretty much about how we all came up. You know, you had the oldest child in the home, man, and you was, we was at home, shit, babysitting and fucking taking care of ourselves, at 10, 11, 12, being able to throw something on the stove. But you know what I'm saying? I think there was a lot more responsibility placed on, a lot of children of, in my age group or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You learned a lot more. You learned a lot more real quick, as opposed to this new generation where motherfuckers is just on the phone all damn day long, playing video games and doing whatever they, whatever. But shit, so she probably had that on her plate as taking care of her sister, and, siblings at that age can really get on your damn nerves. For real. But though, and she probably just fucking lost it, man. Proverbs 16:32. He that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh the city. So it's very important. That's something you have to pray for, something you have to fast for, but you should be praying to Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that you get better at that, because it's controlling your spirit goes a long ways, man. That it helps you to keep your tongue. You don't want to just be saying anything just off the fly, letting everybody push you down buttons, and now you cussing somebody out and you're ready to scrap, you're ready to throw hands. You don't want to be one of those people, man. You know what I'm saying? Because in a split second, things could change. Things could escalate. It happens every day, man. Then you got Proverbs 15:18. But still it's going into being slow to anger. But let me see, it may be a precept to this one. Should be anyway. Proverbs 14:29. He that is slow to wrath is of great understanding, but he that is hasty of spirit exalteth folly. Yeah, pretty straightforward on that one. Proverbs 19:11. The discretion of a man deferreth his anger, and it is his glory to pass over a transgression. See? So had, this young lady passed over, because the little girl probably, who knows, broke her damn phone or something. These kids go crazy with these phones these days. It's a wrap. You fuck around and, hey, these kids, man, get down on their parents, man, over them phones, man. They tear the damn house up. There's plenty of cases on that. So, yeah, you gotta, be on top of that. James 1:19. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. Because, like, what, you think that, okay, her whooping her ass, you know what I'm saying, that would be something different. But damn, you would go to the kitchen and get a goddamn knife for a 7-year-old, which is your sister. That's a spirit of vengeance, man. But also, that Matthew, one of the things that Yahushua, which the world ignorantly calls Jesus, spoke of that would be happening in the end days. Right here, verse 3, he explained to the disciples. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world? And one of those things that the Lord mentioned is right here in verse 12. And because iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Yep, that love of many is waxing cold in this place, man. People are, they just don't have it no more. Patience is out of the window these days. Temperance is out of the window these days, man. People don't have it like that no more. They that's why you have a lot of road rage. A lot of and deaths are turning up, man. Judgment is really going forth and turning up out here. It really, really is, man. Like, people are actually doing real heinous things to their family members, to their children. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just like The lady that shot her 13-year-old daughter. I done a lesson on that earlier. Like, you know what, out of all things you could do to her, you're gonna shoot her? Crazy, bro. So you're living in some very serious times out here. You know? So I just wanted to touch on this, man. Hey, but like I said again, I wanted to get another one. Because again, Esau, he's starting to feel the grunt of those very curses that we're under. And it's starting to really switch up on them. And this is Deuteronomy chapter 30 and verse 7. It says, and the Lord thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. So these so-called white people that have been persecuting us for hundreds of years, you know, now they're starting to get their turn. And it's only going to get a lot more brutal for them. It's only going to get a lot more worse for them, man. Because again, like I said, they don't handle pressure too well. They don't handle it too well. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jake is crazy as hell like that too, you know, because but it's rare that Jake would take it as far as to doing something that drastic to a family member, you know. But hey, Jake out of control though. Don't get me wrong. So it does happen. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and act like, the so-called blacks, you know what I'm saying, Hispanics and Native Americans, because we've taken on the grunt of those curses for quite some time, and being in captivity to these people for so long, our people, we've just been going through it, man. It's been a tough time here in these Americas, man, underneath these people, man. Right? So, yeah, them curses starting to hit Esau real cold right now. But we can get Isaiah 45 and 7. And it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God, because she's going to be in that system until the Lord comes, more than likely. Because we're praying for the Lord to come soon, man. So, generally, she may be there until she's about 18, whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then, whatever, may get out, But by that time, shit, in 5 more years. No, we're not praying to be here in 5 more years, man. Isaiah 45 and 7, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all these things. See? So the Lord is the one that sent that spirit on the older sister to do what she done to her younger sister. And she probably sitting there feeling bad as shit if she got a heart. And again, she could be sitting there, because I'm telling you, man, them damn Edomites, they be having, they already wicked. They're already the wicked that the Bible speaks of, but they get an extra demon or two on their asses. They can be really, really a problem, man. Why you think it's them around that age limit, from that age to whatever, 16 or so, 17 or so, they be going through it, man. They'll come to the school and spray that bitch up. You already know what I'm talking about. There's more and more of that going on amongst them too. So they their tempers, when they get a temper, it's serious for them, man. They can't. It just overwhelms them. It overtakes them, man. But again, that's what the scripture says about us being under these curses. It said that those curses would overtake us. So you're starting to see a lot more of these types of stories in the news. And again, like I said, see, they want to say Detroit, but that's not Detroit, man. It's not far from Detroit, but that's a whole nother city, man, with a whole nother system. They got their own police officers, their own fire department, their own whatever. Anything that any other city got. They got courtrooms, courthouses, all that shit. I used to live there. It's actually not that bad. Well, at least it didn't used to be bad. I'm not sure what the hell it's like now, but I know it's pretty much like Edomite country, because it's kind of more like you would think that it's kind of got a setting of the South a little bit. See, like like how the South is. It's not like no big stupid skyscrapers or no big ass buildings or nothing like that. Generally, those neighborhoods, kind of like, it's a lot of little land openings and shit like that. But no, that's not Detroit, man. And I hate when they do that. But hey, that's crafty counsel on Esau's part. So it's not surprising. It's not surprising. So it is what it is, man. It's just, we're living in those last days, and things are going to get a lot worse, man. Because if people are losing it like how it is right now, just think how it's going to be when there's nothing out here. when you're scrapping and fighting for food, when you're trying to figure out where am I going to get a drink of water from, when you're trying to figure out how to barricade your ass into a building to keep from being ravished, man, by whoever the hell is out here running these streets like wild ass wolves, man. When things really hit the fans, when there's no 911, people are going to lose their damn minds, bro. I was thinking about this yesterday, too. You know, how you had people that, proud as hell. I don't eat that. That's too cheap. You know, I ain't driving that. I ain't living, with that old uppity ass spirit. Man, the Lord going to break their asses down to nothing, man. And they're going to appreciate a damn banana on the ground, or, all that uppity shit. All that's about to come to an abrupt end, man. You know some of those people. That I don't eat at Cheesecake Factory. Cheesecake Factory is gonna be like a goddamn luxury to your ass in that particular day, man. You got people like that. I've seen videos where I've seen this one video where this Jake man bought his daughter a nice little BMW, and she I ain't asked for that. I don't want that. I wanted I ain't driving. Take it back. Like, okay. Yeah, it's going to be real drastic for people like that out here, man. So I'm going to end out with that. I pray that the lesson was edifying. Kwam Yashala and a Bible ball.